No. Right. Okay. Okay, so if I told you that 40 million adults in the US have this, would you be able to guess it? Do you think it's an iPhone? Do you think it's a job? Do you think it's a car? If you had any of those answers in mind, you'd be dead wrong. Because 40 million adults in the US suffer from an anxiety disorder. And so, which is according to the Anxiety and Depression Association in America, which is about 2,000 Cal Polys worth of adults suffering from anxiety, or the entire U.S. military about 30 times over. And according to the American Psychological Association, 41.6% of college students present anxiety as a top concern. I could go on about how many militaries, we could start with that number of anxiety-ridden people there are, but we're noticing and experiencing a general trend of chronic and mental health problems building up within the population. Not only does mental illness affect people's health, but it also affects the economy. According to research from the National Alliance for Mental Illness, serious mental illness costs America $193.2 billion in lost earnings per year, which put into perspective is actually the entire GDP of Greece, which is about $193.1 billion, which is from the International Monetary Fund, all lost by the toll taken on economic productivity by mental illness. You know, maybe you're not worried about economic consequences. You may definitely be worried about grades, productivity, and finishing your homework. The basic tugs and pulls of stress, if not managed well, can put serious damage on your body. A painful lesson we've all experienced through sleep deprivation, which I'm quite sure we're no amateurs in. Dan Jones, Director of Counseling and Psychological Services at Appalachian State University, found that a primary symptom is worry, and they, college students, don't have the ability to soothe themselves. And as stress is something we all face today, the next word I'm going to present is one of the most powerful things you'll need for stress management, or as Dan Jones put it, soothe yourself. Mindfulness. I'm not saying this is the end-all solution to America's mental health issues, but taking our minds outside of the mind-made world where failing a midterm is seen as the apocalypse, where being late to a class is a sin, grounding ourselves in the true reality of issues such as mindfulness is a surefire way to get a handle on things. Now you might be thinking, how do I become more mindful? Well, according to Merriam-Webster, the definition of mindfulness is quality or state of being mindful. Well, that's very clear, as you can see. But perhaps a lesser known second definition of mindfulness is the second definition, which is the practice of maintaining a non-judgmental state of heightened or complete awareness of one's thoughts, emotions, or experiences on a moment-to-moment basis, also such a state of awareness. It's a lot to take in, but in practice, it falls in harmoniously. Take, for example, the average lecture. Sitting in a lecture, thoughts can begin slipping into the mind in its own psychological version of the slippery slope. You begin thinking about class. You remember the bad quiz grade you got from last week? Was it because you hung out too long from the night before? You began thinking about how good the froyo was from UU. Now in the middle of nowhere, when you look up at the PowerPoint, you see that your professor has just explained one of the most important concepts of the school year, and you just missed it. When practicing mindfulness, it is near impossible. Tap, tap. When you're in a state of mindfulness, you're absolutely present in the lecture. You're leaving criticism, thoughts, and judgments outside and purely focusing on what the professor is trying to teach you, which is, by experience, I'm quite sure we know it's harder than it seems. Another example. On my own account, I was brushing my teeth. Right, I promise this story goes somewhere. Right? I was brushing my teeth. I realized I was upset while I was brushing my teeth. How can I be upset while I'm brushing my teeth? It's just brushing my teeth. How can you be upset? I realized while brushing my teeth, I was thinking about all the stuff I did do today, all the stuff I did do tomorrow, all the stuff I did yesterday, and all that builds up, all that just mental baggage. It was just made just the simple activity of brushing my teeth just stressful, even though it was just because I wasn't being mindful. Under mindfulness, I would have just been aiming to brush my teeth, whereas focusing on not worrying, but rather just on the task at hand in the present moment. But other than that, other than the mental clarity you may receive from practicing mindfulness, a study from UCLA found that after 5 days of meditation training at 20 minutes a day, a group of Chinese undergraduate students, when faced with a very difficult project, reported less anxiety, depression, and anger compared to a group of students that received relaxation training. So this mindfulness-based meditation was still more effective than even relaxation training. And the study from North Carolina Chapel Hill used meditation and mindfulness-based training on couples and found that couples reported improved closeness, acceptance of one another, autonomy, and general relationship satisfaction. Mindfulness is a practice that could land you a lifestyle with a healthy and low amount of stress, incredible productivity, enjoying the work that you're doing with maximum performance. Now, talk about mindfulness is one of those words that's seen more like, almost like the wonky spiritual pseudoscience side of things. Now, instead, right now, I want you all to participate in a little 30-second step of guided meditation. All right? So you guys can all sit back. All right, for a little bit. For 30 seconds. I'll keep the time on it. All right. All right. Close your eyes, and your goal is for whatever you do, make sure not a single thought enters your head. All right. Now, you sit back. Hear the subtle tick of the clock. Feel the chair pressed against your back. Breathe in, breathe out. Don't think about what you ate for breakfast. All right, you can open up your eyes again. All right, raise your hand if you guys thought of a single thought. One single thought. All right. It's hard. Honestly, not gonna lie. It's not a very easy thing to do. They make a lot of people do it. And who felt a little more calm after the silence? Right? Well, the emphasis behind this is that basically when we're stressed and with anxiety, or just having a bunch of pressure from school, we tend to get off track and worry about those things, having these thoughts barrage our mind. And though the entirety of mindfulness is up to you to practice, meditation, yoga, and even workshops on campus are here to help you practice. All right? Like yoga classes at the rec center. You can sign up through your portal through ASI. Or you can join yoga club's weekly meetings on Monday from 9 to 10 p.m. at the rec center in Studio 3. They had a really cool hype video on Instagram if you want to check that out. You can visit the health center's counseling services area on Mondays at 4 to 10 p.m. for a stress and anxiety workshop with Dr. Hannah Roberts, who also offers, I believe, with other classes and other workshops with workload management and how to do time management and how to do, in general, just psychological therapy. These are all helpful to get you started. Now, say you were daydreaming through this entire talk up till now. I'd say if you were to get anything out of today's speech, it would be to live the second definition of mindfulness and take it to heart. The practice of maintaining a non-judgmental state of heightened complete awareness of one's thoughts, emotions, or experiences on a moment-to-moment basis. It's a verb, it's a practice. Don't just say it,